Not only does it help your website in optimization, but it helps you be found on YouTube. So if you'll optimize this properly, tag it right, description, heading, and all that on your YouTube video, it'll get found on YouTube. That'll help out, and it may not be that many views. You say, well, Nolan, I see these, I only get like 100 views in a year, or 50, or it's only ever gotten 300. Maybe you're in a category where you get more, but you still don't like the response rate on it. Well, that's okay, because let's look at all the stuff that a YouTube video can do and all the things you can do with it. So you can optimize on YouTube. You can have your site link over to it, so they're crossing back and forth. The YouTube video itself will actually optimize through the Google carousel. So that'll tag back out. If somebody types in the keyword, forget about YouTube, but yeah, it'll be viewed there and optimized there, but somebody goes onto Google, and then you'll see these video carousels show up, and then you'll show up there. Hi there, it's Nolan Walker, and today I want to talk about YouTube videos. And the question is, can YouTube videos improve SEO? Well, obviously, I'm going to say they can. And guys, I'll tell you this from a fundamental standpoint, everything you do improves SEO. So if you want to get real technical about it, any clue online improves SEO, but YouTube videos are a big one. And how can they help you? Well, they help for various reasons, but let's go down and talk about them. So when you cut a video like this, and I was going to add one more thing to the list here real quick as we're talking, but if you're doing this, Google's going to give you credit for the fact that you had a YouTube video in the first place. Not only does it help your website in optimization, but it helps you be found on YouTube. So if you'll optimize this properly, tag it right, description, heading, and all that on your YouTube video, it'll get found on YouTube. That'll help out, and it may not be that many views. You say, well, Nolan, I see these, I only get like 100 views in a year, or 50, or it's only ever gotten 300. Maybe you're in a category where you get more, but you still don't like the response rate on it. Well, that's okay, because let's look at all the stuff that a YouTube video can do and all the things you can do with it. So you can optimize on YouTube. You can have your site link over to it, so they're crossing back and forth. The YouTube video itself will actually optimize through the Google carousel. So that'll tag back out. If somebody types in the keyword, forget about YouTube, but yeah, it'll be viewed there and optimized there, but somebody goes onto Google, and then you'll see these video carousels show up, and then you'll show up there. But now you're an authority on the subject matter, and that's a clue for your organic optimization as well. So here's what's cool about these videos. If you have the capability to do this, of course, we provide this service as well. We'll even cut a podcast video combo and distribute the podcast video in all the various forms we're about to talk about for the client to help turbocharge content on all sorts of levels for them. So that full version of the video can go on YouTube. It can go on Facebook up to 45 minutes. It can go on the website. And hey, you could make content about it, not just a transcript, about the video, and put that as an optimized page on the website along with the video with this link back to YouTube. You start to see all the ways that this can help optimize the website. Now there's work to be done here, but it's phenomenal to organically optimize. Who doesn't want to do this? The only people that don't want to organically optimize, in my opinion, I've done this a long time, are those people that don't understand what it is because they've never had it before. Now, if you've had organic optimization before, you know you want it because the return's so great. And then so you've got a full version of the video, again, on YouTube, on Facebook, and on the website. Then you can cut the video. You can cut experts, 60 seconds or less we can put on Instagram, and why not go ahead and do the version and do a different version of that for Facebook? Over to Twitter, why not, right? So cut that down. You can go over to LinkedIn for 10 minutes or less, use the same video and cut it for that. And guys, we're not even talking about Facebook, Instagram, story, and TV and all that. You can have other places where this video can go. You can take the video and boost a post for it on Facebook and Instagram. So I want to talk about this a little bit too. So these are just some things. I mean, there's more places to cut this, more ways to use it. Once you have the video content, there's a lot of other things. The thing that I stopped to write down was podcast. If you do good audio quality, then you've got a podcast on it, of course, right? So we're doing a podcast here. We're doing a video here. We're doing all those things. I will tell you that I notice websites that get authoritative that don't hit other authority signals like domain authority and other things. You know what's different about them, or one of the things? There's a lot of stuff that does this, guys, but one of the things that's different is that they do a lot of video. And they, so for me, why not do video? Chop it, cut it, put it up everywhere. And this is all legitimate stuff. There's nothing wrong with making a video. Sorry about that, guys. There's nothing wrong with making a video and then chopping that sucker up and utilizing the different cuts of that video. There's nothing wrong with that. So I would highly recommend you do that. And if you wanted to, of course, our digital marketing agency could help you with it. I even myself will sit down and do a podcast on a category once a month for clients. Every once in a while, we even bring in somebody else in here, or we can hire out other people to do it, and we'll cut videos. It's not as much as you think, and when you see how many ways it gets chopped, cut, and put up, well, it's just phenomenal. You become an authority on the subject matter. So let's kind of review everything. So why, the question is, can YouTube videos improve your SEO? Undoubtedly, they're huge. And so the first thing they do is they go on YouTube and they optimize there. They go on to YouTube and pull through the carousel, if you code all this up properly, through Google search, and they optimize there. They help make you an authority on the subject matter, and it begins to have more tentacles out there, which begins to get you more and more of an authority and helps your organic optimization just of your general keywords. So just one thing I always try to impress upon people, that when you're talking about search engine optimization and online marketing, it isn't one thing, it's all this stuff together, and all these other pieces will pull up other pieces. So the fact that you have video in the first place, even if it doesn't get viewed hordes of times, well, it made your organic keywords show up, and then now you're dominant for what you wanted in the first place. But the video helped too, and it's also one of the reasons why everything else happens, right? So that full version on YouTube, Facebook, and the website, and you chop it up and throw it throughout social media, boost it on social media. Inexplicably, websites that do this regularly or get dominant, even when videos don't get viewed that much. It signals to Google its authority. It optimizes all over the place. It helps with conversion too. And you can even make podcasts while you're doing the video if you do a nice structured video with enough content about it in time. So I think they're fantastic. I don't know what else to tell you about it. We perform this service as well. I love it. I think it works great. A lot of marketing is a faith-based thing for me, and so you've got to commit and you've got to do it, and then eventually it'll return for you. So a lot of stuff returns much more quickly, but if you want to get into like some true authoritative stuff, yeah, video's where it's at. So it's one of the biggies anyway. There's a lot of stuff you need: design, content, social media, all sorts of other stuff, regular work, but I like this one a lot. So hope you enjoyed that. I thought it was a good question to answer that some people would be interested in. And of course, we'd like to hear from you. See you next time.